back again. Where are we? Back at Mommy's doctor?
Yep.
Back in front of the super bright window. Do you guys remember that when we were in front of this window?
Yeah. Just asleep.
Yeah, I have my pre-op appointment today. Okay, so I just got my surgical soap that I have to wash with leading up to surgery. Isn't that crazy? Are you coming up here? I got like a book about instructions and all sorts of information. I'm just waiting for my actual doctor to come in and he's going to give me more information. Yeah. All right, so we just finished my pre-op visit. We're getting in the car. Couldn't really film much. There was just a lot of information. Not probably the most interesting thing to watch. Better to just give highlights. So they gave me a whole bunch of paperwork and a whole booklet on preparing for surgery and what to expect. Something I did not expect is he said that with this type of surgery, there's rarely very much, if any, pain afterward, which is strange. I expected it to feel really sore after, but he said that like I may not even like really feel like I need pain meds. So that was reassuring. I think I would be dishonest if I were to say that I wasn't feeling a little bit anxious about the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. So yesterday I was talking about my pre-op appointment. It is now the next day. I never actually finished talking about it. So something got mixed up with my CAT scan results, which I'm glad I didn't say on here what they thought it was, because mainly I didn't say because my doctor was really unsure. He felt like what the CAT scan results indicated wasn't exactly what it was. Because the CAT scan results said it was a cyst, and he's like, this is not a cyst. It isn't. It is a tumor. It's actually called a pleomorphic adenoma, which I've never heard of before. But I guess as far as tumors on the parotid gland, which is located here, it's a salivary gland, they're like the most common of benign tumors that grow there. And of course, they have no idea what causes them, like why I would have it or anything. So that's just lovely, which, I mean, I don't really care how it got there. I would just like it gone. Hey, buddy. So today is a Wednesday. It is April 7th, and my surgery is a week from today. It's next Wednesday, the 14th. So it's getting close. They gave me all kinds of stuff. They gave me like a soap, a pre-surgical soap that I have to wash with leading up to surgery, all sorts of rules that I have to follow. What'd you find?
Oh, it was down there.
Oh, it's like a thing for a hose. I got it out there.
But I'm pretending it's a lightsaber.
Hey, it does kind of look like a lightsaber.
When it's just like this.
Yeah. Do you want to say hi?
Hi. Hi, McKenna.
You're saying hi to McKenna. So the doctor like actually took photos of the side of my face so that he could kind of plan out exactly where the incision was going to be. So it's like, I don't know if I've shared this on here exactly, but I'll just kind of tell you. They'll cut in the front of my ear here. It'll come up behind my ear a little bit, and then it'll come down like into my neck some, because they, and the surgery, the actual procedure that they're doing is called a parotidectomy, or parotidectomy. Look it up. I put the words down here at the bottom. Parotidectomy. If you look it up, you'll be able to see like pictures of the incision that people have had. And actually, I looked it up the other day, and this is just such a bad idea. I looked it up intending to show my sister-in-law, oh, this is what my incision is going to look like. So I typed in parotidectomy and then clicked Google Images, not thinking like that all these photos, mid-operation photos, were going to show up. They totally did. So just be pre-warned, if you do look it up, you're going to see a lot of mid-operation photos, and it is not a pretty procedure. So like the reason they go so far down into the neck is because in order to access the gland, they have to like stretch a lot of the skin over. Like they have to really open it up. So they need a large incision so they can just like basically open your face up. It's pretty yucky. It's pretty gross. But Manny is not loving the idea that I'm gonna get, you know what, buddy? I am not loving the idea that I'm gonna get cut open either. But I am glad that the surgery is 1 week away and not like a month away. Because then it's just, it prolongs the dread, I feel like. I was hoping that, because they had given me 2 possible dates, there was March 31st and April 14th, and I was kind of hoping for the 31st so that it would just be over. But then I realized that's like right before Easter. I don't want to miss out on, like, you know, I love Holy Week and Easter weekend. Like, it's my favorite time of the year. I'm like, I really don't want to miss out on anything because I'm feeling lousy from surgery. So I really don't know. I mean, nobody does know how exactly they're going to respond to everything and how they're going to recover. And I don't either. So we will see. But I have lots of help. My family and friends are helping to make sure that things are taken care of. So we're going to be okay. How do you feel about it? What's up?
Sad.
You feel sad? Why do you feel sad?
Because you're gonna sleep.
Yes, because I'm sleeping at the hospital.
Why don't you want to sleep?
I don't want to sleep at the hospital. See, what they're doing is where they have my incision back in here, they're going to have a drain tube in there, and like so that like the fluid drains off the wound. I don't exactly know what's with that, but I'm sure somebody does. If you know, leave it in the comments for everyone else to understand. But there is a drainage tube, and like there's gonna be bandaging around my face, so I don't even, and they'll take it off before I leave, and I think they'll give me some sort of dressing for it for when I go home. I don't remember. I got a lot of information yesterday, and I kind of just, I felt like I took note of what I felt like was important for the moment, and just kind of, you know, I figured, you know, the rest will happen regardless. So I'll have some sort of dressing. He said it's actually a facelift, like it looks like a facelift dressing, or it is a facelift dressing, because the incision I'm having is basically like a facelift. I'm not having a facelift though. It's just like it. But I did think, hey, while they're in there, if you want to fix anything,
Oh!
go for it. Oh, you got your tongue in with your tooth hole? That's very cool.
No, it's pushing.
Oh, is it? Let me see. It's about as wiggly as it... Oh my goodness, though. Hang on. I don't know if you can see this, if it's in focus, but there is a tooth coming up.
Can I see?
You know what's crazy, Manny?
I want to see it.
When it was crazy, not that long ago, I remember looking and seeing a little tooth coming up when you were just 4 months old. You know what? I'm going to insert a picture here. This is when Manny was 4 months old and he was cutting his first tooth. And now look, my tooth is gone. And this is like right here, open up again. Right here, he has cavity, and it's very obvious that he has a cavity there. But he's getting that filled this month, at the end of the month. So on the porch here, we suspended the hammock. And Manny's going to be the only one going in this suspended on the porch because I don't know how strong it is. But he's going to show us. Are you ready showing us how you get in? Woo, look at you. Did Daddy teach you that?
No, Tegan did.
Oh, well, I think Daddy taught him, though.
No, he didn't.
I thought Daddy showed you guys that. I remember him showing you and Ken and Ben. Is it nice having the hammock there?
Yeah.
Good swing, like a swing. I really want one of those hammock swings. I think I might get one this summer to hang out here, maybe on the front porch. Well, no, there's not really a good place to put it on the front porch. I might find a place to put it back here, but I really want to get a hammock swing. I think they're really cool. But we have been saving for some other fun things, more to share in later vlogs, but we just have a lot coming up and having fun. We just have a lot coming up with my surgery, and not quite sure what, if, or how much insurance is going to cover on that. So just trying to be responsible as we approach, something that could end up being really expensive. Surgery isn't cheap. Yeah, we have some things coming up, but exciting things. I think this is going to be a really great summer. I'm very excited for the summer. I had said before about where we were going to put our garden. Well, my aunt came over. I actually filmed that morning. I'll just show you that footage now. So today, my aunt, who does the garden with my grandma, is coming over to our house. I am having her come over because we're trying to figure out where we're going to put our garden. I have all our starters, well, not all. There's a few that I'm going to be planting next week just because they come up a lot sooner and I'll need to move them outside sooner. So I wanted to wait till the weather was better. But she's coming over and is going to help me figure out where the garden goes. And I don't think I'll be able to actually vlog any of that because my mom is going to be on FaceTime during that meeting. She can't actually physically be here because she has work and stuff, but she's going to FaceTime in because she has a lot of questions about the garden, because it's like a community garden. It's going to be my mom's, my parents' garden, our garden, and my brother and his wife's garden. So we're all like pulling our resources, and like a lot of my contribution is working, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the work in it. But we're all pulling together, and it's going to be like a community garden in our little family. So my mom has a lot of questions about what we need to do and things like that. So she's going to, well, I think both my parents are going to be FaceTiming in for that. So I'm not really going to be able to film much. But I was just getting my shoes and I got to go outside, and I'm going to call my mom and kind of walk around in the yard with her first, figure out kind of what's going on. So we decided that the best place for the garden probably was right here where our fire pit was. So the other day, okay, so the last time I filmed, just a minute ago, when I was putting on my shoes and talking about my aunt coming over to plan garden stuff, that was actually 2 days ago. That was Thursday. Today is Saturday. And we drew up, well, I say we. My aunt and I were out in the yard kind of planning where the garden was going to go, and then she drew up a plan, brought it over this morning, and we looked over it to plan some things, but now we have some jobs to do. Okay, so in our backyard here, I'll show you off the deck. We have this big fire pit here, but this is directly off. And so the best place for the garden is, we have like markers, you can't really see them, but it's gonna be kind of in this area, right where the fire pit is. So our job is to move the fire pit from here to here, where Mitch is prepping the ground for it a little bit. And so I had a phone call I took, and now I'm coming out to help. And it looks like Manny is working hard, doing some things. So let's go out and see what he's up to.
So, one second, man. So as I was digging around here, I found some remnants of a fire pit that was right here before.
Oh, so it looks like they did have a fire pit here.
Somebody had a fire pit here before.
Oh yeah, I see a whole bunch of.
Yep, it's all like there was a fire pit right here.
Oh.
And they moved it over there.
Oh, so this, yeah.
This might have been like a small fire pit that they had, and then.
Hang on, Daddy was talking.
They had a fire pit in
Yes, someone let it get too close to
Yeah.
their bench.
Oh, yes, they did.
and they had to leave or something.
Yeah, they must. Nona said they must have gone inside for the night, and then the bench caught on fire.
That sounds like it. Yeah, that probably is what
But
happened.
it must have been like, this might have been a little fire pit, and then whoever had built that one was like, well, we want a more sustainable fire pit, and they put all the crushed rock around it and put everything else. So
Yeah.
but this, in one point in time, there was a fire pit right here.
Huh.
So this is a great spot.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a good spot. What can I do?
Okay. I started putting stone in there because that stone is very fragile.
Okay.
But
Stone in the wheelbarrow?
no, like the rim stone, the bricks.
Oh, yeah. I did. It did look like it was
It's very fragile. So I want to move it over gently, but then I realized I'm like, oh, we want to get the grass gone first. So I got a pile of grass here and it's not in the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
But what I do need is all of this to be shaken out back into here.
Right, because
So,
wait, you want the dirt from this to be shaken?
Because I got to level this out.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay, just a second, man. I'm not quite done.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Now the wheelbarrow. What'd you do with the dirt in the wheelbarrow?
Back in the pile. Like I asked
Okay,
you.
but we could get dirt from that pile because that pile's gonna go anyway.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And bring it over. Okay.
All right, good job, man.
All right. Yeah, so it took that weekend that we started that I just showed you, it ended up being a really rainy weekend, and so we weren't able to, it was cold and wet, so we weren't able to get as much done. So over Easter weekend, when it was nicer, we were able to move this. So it looks really cute over there. And then over here, there's another like bench seat that was, I don't know what it was exactly, but like it didn't have two legs and it was just like in the burn pile from, must have been from the last owners or something. So I have been fixing it and I'm gonna move that over and we're gonna paint the benches to match something that'll look nice out there. It'll probably be like the last owners had left like paint in the basement and stuff. So I'm probably just going to take paint that's already there to use. So I won't have like a, unlimited selection of paint colors, but I'll pick something that'll look nice.
See it again?
Sure, let's see it again.
This time I'm going to do it this way.
That's cool. Manny's got his trampoline out here. We have like our old table and chairs here because we were gifted a new table and set of chairs. And so we brought the other one out here so that we could like eat outside too. And then we just have like outdoor chairs and toys. I have a bunch of like gardening stuff and I just done yoga out here. So I have my stuff. But you're gonna work out? But there, I just wanted to make sure, I just wanted to make sure I came on here and finished talking about my pre-op appointment because, yeah, there's a lot going on there. There are risks with the surgery, but I don't really want to talk about those. Maybe after it's over. After the surgery, I may come on and share what some of those were as long as I know that none of them came to be, So, hey, I'm going to close this out, actually, because I don't want to make this too long, I found sometimes our videos end up being a little long.
Let's make this long.
No, we'll just, maybe we'll film more today, but it'll be in our next video.
Okay.
It'll be in our next video.
Okay.
So, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.